Like
You got Cap and Iron Man really going out, so you must really did succeed at it. But yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Right. So the thing that I did like though was that T'Challa turned over to the government instead of getting his revenge by killing him. He did turn him over, and renouncing his revenge plot by doing that. So I felt like that was like a stand-up move.
Right, because it's kind of hard with some situations like that. It's kind of hard. And at the end, it was the right thing to do.
Right, and then he turned around and helps Bucky by letting him come and be in Wakanda to try to help heal him and fix him and aid him in his recovery. So I thought that was really dope.
AKA as a white wolf.
Right. Yeah, which leads into the whole White Wolf thing. But a lot of people don't know about White Wolf, that White Wolf actually was his adopted brother.
Right.
So they kind of spun off of the original comic about White Wolf. And in the movie wise, they've kind of spun that around a little bit. Another fact is that Bosman reprised the role in 2018 in the actual Black Panther movie. This movie actually has been in the works for years, y'all. I don't know if you kids knew that, but it's been in the works for forever.
Well, they did call that man Stan the man with the plan for a reason, because this man has, even before he died, many type of movies getting ready to go for it no matter what. That's why I say this man is a god and he will probably die a god, and I don't think he will ever get it. His spirit lives on with this comic side.
Right. Okay, so basically there's a lot of history with Black Panther. Black Panther came, like we talked about last week, he originated in the 70s, really technically the late 60s, but in the 70s. He has transformed a lot of culture. When the Black Panther film came out, the culture, the community really was here for it. People literally came out in droves. They set box office records seeing that movie. People dressed in the culture. They had costumes, all kinds of stuff. So how did you young men feel about that when that movie was announced to be coming out?
Okay, funny story about me here. So for one, I didn't get to go see it when it first came out, but I did get to see it eventually at the movie theater. So for one, I'm over trying to look at not social media at all, not hypothetically, that's Snapchat. And I already see people crying, I'm like, oh my God, no, stop talking. So then I was like, you know what? I need to spend some money. I'm going to see this movie. I seen that movie. I was so happy, not because me being, a Marvel nerd and all types of nerd.
There's nothing wrong with being a nerd.
And proud of it. But when I seen that movie, even I gotta say, that was some high quality Marvel stuff.
What about you, Mr. Animated? How you felt about the movie?
How I felt about the movie was I was happy that we actually finally got a movie about our own black superhero, because pretty much mainly every single superhero has been white. I'm just gonna say it, they have. Like we've had
technically.
Hold up. Time out. I got one more here too. I got a few of them.
There's a couple of them.
If you want to talk about this, we got the Netflix.
Now, if you going back to the comics, he is originally one of the first.
Oh my gosh, Gamora.
But far as the movies are concerned, technically, Blade was the first black Marvel superhero that actually came out.
Now, and also going with Marvel franchise right now, you're getting a few more people. So, see, I can tell you top 10 black people who's been inside a movie franchise. For one, Black Panther, of course. Two, I will tell you, War Machine, Falcon. For one, you're forgetting about Nick Fury. He will probably cut you out for that.
And that has their own movies.
Oh, wait, that's
but he did say his own movie, though. He did say technically his own movie, but Blade was the only one with his own actual movie, though.
That is true.
As a title character. So what he's saying, I get, but
as far
Blade
as comics,
technically
is the first.
Was the first besides Spawn, but Spawn is not a Marvel character.
Right. And also, you said Marvel. I'm about to say, don't forget about Luke Cage. Well, that's a Netflix series, but still.
That was
fire.
a Netflix series, but we're talking about the movies. Now, if we get to talking about TV, then that changes.
Correct.
Because technically, Black Panther had its own first TV animated series.
True.
Technically.
Spawn is not under Marvel.
True.
Well, I said it's not Marvel, but Spawn was actually one of the first anti-superhero.
True, that is also
That is very true. It actually is spun from that. So, I guess it's just when you get to talking about the technicalities of it,
he technically is not the first in certain situations, but he is the first in a lot. So on the main big screen, yes. In the fashion that they did it, yes. But we do have other superheroes.
And he is very unique, I would say. He's one of the first, well, not one of the first, but one of the many unique African-American males to be in that. Basically, that's all I would say. That's why.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Amanda. Okay, so tell people how to find you.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Dee's Reading Corner. That is DEES Reading Corner. You can find us at www.KYHeart Radio. Media.com.
He's nervous, people. He's nervous. Y'all gotta excuse the baby. This is his second time actually going live, and I'm actually very proud of these young men. They put in some work this weekend. So once again, you can find Power 106.3 FMKY Louisville on www.kyheartmedia.com, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Power 106 FMKY, Power 106 FM Radio. You can find Dee's Corner at Dee's Reading Corner at DEES Reading Corner, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So we're going to wrap this thing up. We're going to let the fellas finish out reading, and then we're going to get some more music going, and we're going to finish up the night here at GalaxyCon. I want to send a big thank you to all the organizers of GalaxyCon Louisville 2019. They do this in other cities, but they have welcomed us second year in a row. We have set up. We've been able to DJ, interact, give away things, and more. So if you entered the raffle, please be looking for a text or a phone call from us through this week. We are going to be giving away a lot of merchandise that was provided by our sponsor, Diamond Elite Designs Customs. You can find them at Diamond Elite Design Customs on Facebook. That is Diamond Elite Design Customs. They do custom tumblers, bags, shirts, and more. Also, shout outs to our other sponsor, Mary Wall's Media Brand Group. You can find them also at Mary Wall's Media Brand Group on all social media. So we're going to wrap this thing up. You guys are going to finish out reading, and then we're going to get you guys some music, and we're going to party the rest of the night. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. You have been tuned in to Power 106.3, and I'm going to get you back to your host, Mr. Animated.
Nika ruffled Dante's head. What's the best way to explain this to you? We are like what's English the word bodyguards for the king, chosen from many tribes of Wakanda. We receive special training and live in the palace with the king to serve his every need.
Saranda quirked her eyebrow. His every need? Nika's dark skin flushed. Nothing like that. He says we're like daughters to him than anything else. Okoye and we won the honor of representing the Dora Malajan in public with the king while the rest of our sisterhood trains for their day.
Devontae wiggled his nose. All girls? Nika chuckled and patted him on his head. All girls. Someday they'll sound good to you.
As she talked, Devontae could see the Smithsonian National Museum of African History and Culture looming before them in multi-tiered bronze-colored walls reflecting the setting sun. Devontae's mom excused herself to make a phone call, and Nika and Devontae stepped off the sidewalk to wait and watch the people queuing up for tours. The museum had been open for months, but there were still lines of people trying to get in. Cars and taxis drove by as commuters made the evening rush out to the suburbs, while tourists tourist buses slowly meandered by the setting sun.
We don't have anything like this at home. Nika whispered, "This is so cool." A chirp quickly surrounded on Nika's arms wrapped, and she spoke in an unfamiliar language into her wrist as they joined the lines heading into the museum. "The king will be joining us soon. Tell me, Devante, is there something we should be sure that the king sees before he leaves?"
Devante had studied the exhibits online for weeks, and he had an entire interior itinerary ready for his visit. He started to answer when he felt Nika's hand tighten quickly on his arms.
Ow, he complained, but Nika didn't seem to hear him. Her eyes were locked on the white tourist bus that had just pulled up across the street from the museum.
Thank you for tuning in. We were reading from Who is the Black Panther by Jess J. Holland.
All right, thank y'all for tuning in. This book was, once again, Who is the Black Panther by Jesse J. What's his last name? Holland?
I'm gonna say Holland. I think it's Holland. Holland.
So it is Who is the Black Panther? Book is by Jesse J. Holland. You can find this book on Amazon, I believe, and on Google, so you should be able to search that. It is called Who is the Black Panther by Jesse J. Holland. So thank you guys for tuning in to Dee's Corner. We are live at GalaxyCon 2019, Louisville, Kentucky, here at the Kentucky International Convention Center. Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors and for GalaxyCon for having us out. We appreciate it, and we are going to start playing back some music. So thank you guys for tuning in. We will stream this recording, the audio. Again, you can find it on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Dee's Reading Corner and online at www.kyheartmedia.com.